Hello all, my name is Krishna and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today in this particular video, we are going to discuss about the Stack Overflow Annual Developer Survey, which was recently out. And in this particular survey, we'll be able to see some of the important information with respect to developer experience from career satisfaction, job search to education, and opinions on source software. So all this information will be able to see. And if you don't know about Stack Overflow Annual Developer Survey, guys, every year they come out with this particular survey. You can see, you can download the CSV file of the previous years and you can actually explore that. For 2020, yet the CSV file is not uploaded, but it will be uploaded in some days. But let's go ahead and try to see some of the survey results. So first of all, click on this view survey results. You'll be able to go to this particular page. And yes, guys, the survey is having a lot of information. You can go and explore this. But the major and the important thing that we should be seeing, and everybody thinks, right, what is the best in this? So first of all, we'll go with the most loved language. Now, when I say most loved language, I'm talking about the best programming language or most loved programming language, right? So for 5 years running, Rust has taken the top spot as the most loved programming language. You can see that Rust and TypeScript is the second one. It is surpassing Python compared to the last year. So probably last year Python was in the second, but now if you see the ordering, Rust, TypeScript, and Python. There are also other languages like Kotlin, Go, Julia, right? And there's C Sharp. You can also see Java is over here. The ranking is quite down when compared to C Sharp. You have R programming language, HTML, CSS, and all the other programming languages. So you can actually check out, like suppose if you're working as an IT professional, you can see what programming language is in the top. And probably Python is pretty much famous because of machine learning, deep learning techniques, data science techniques altogether. JavaScript is over here, right? So the most loved, dreaded, and wanted language. Let's see with respect to the wanted language. So Python is again on the top with respect to wanted language. Then it is JavaScript, you know. Then you have Go, TypeScript, Java is over here. C Sharp is down, okay, when compared to Java. Now in this, if you consider with respect to the wanted basically says the percentage of developers who are not developing with language or technology but have expressed interest in developing with it, right? Now this is another one, dreaded. So percentage of developers who are developing with the language or technology but have not expressed interest in continuing to do so. So based on this, you obviously know that VBA is quite old. uh, I've worked on some of the VBA part, in programming language for some time when I had started my career. Then you have Objective C. At the last, you will be able to see Rust, right? So this is basically in the decreasing order. So obviously, whatever you have in case of love, this will just be the inverse of that, right? So this was about the most loved, dreaded, and wanted languages as such. In the wanted, Python is the best. It is having the highest number, highest percentage altogether. Now, with respect to this, let's see with respect to the global salary. So what is this? Site reliability engineers and DevOps specialists remain among the highest paid individual contributor roles. 80% of the respondents believe that DevOps is at least somewhat important, and 44% work at organization which at least has one dedicated DevOps employee. So this is amazing, right? So many people who are actually thinking that data science salary is the best. No, DevOps is the best over here, what is basically shown from this particular survey. So here it is. So considering in United States, first of all, you can see engineering manager, it is having the highest salary. Then engineering site reliability is then having 140K. Oh, data scientist is also having a very good salary when compared to the DevOps specialist, and they are almost equal. So data engineer, data DevOps specialist, and data science basically and machine learning specialists are almost having the same salary. Then you have developer backend, developer mobile is also having a good salary. Educator is also having a good salary for obvious reasons. Full stack developer is somewhere around 112K. Now, if I just go and see globally, over here in globally, definitely DevOps takes the third position. This is an average salary globally, guys. I'm talking about 68K. If I go and see with respect to data scientists, so data scientist is over here. They're having somewhere around 58K, and this is globally considering every countries where people are working as data scientists. So if I consider educator also, it is somewhere around 49K. You have developer mobile 43K, and all the other roles. You can actually check it out. So yes, this was the next thing, salary by developer type. Again, amazing. So if you are making a transition towards data science or becoming a DevOps specialist, I think, or a data engineer, I think you are going on the right path. Okay, data engineer is also very good. You can see with respect to the data scientist or machine learning specialist, but according to United States, data scientist or machine learning specialist is having the third highest. So overall, this is pretty much amazing. So make sure that you make the transition, especially in these three roles, if you are really much interested, because in the upcoming years, again, the trend will be almost similar. So the next thing is that when asked what steps to take when stuck on a coding problem, 90% of the respondents indicated that they visit Stack Overflow. Obviously, I have also visited a lot of times Stack Overflow whenever I have stuck in some code. So here it is. You have how many people have visited? 90.6%. Well, what do you do when you get stuck? We asked respondents that what they do that they when they get stuck on a problem. Almost 90% reported that they visited Stack Overflow. This is encouraging signs that we are succeeding in our mission. So Stack Overflow, again, you can see that how they are coming up to a conclusion. All is data. The most important part is data. Okay, perfect. The next thing is that experience by country. Let me click on to this. You can see that age and experience by country. When we break down the age of the survey respondents by country, we see that developers in North America and Western Europe tend to skew older and have more coding experience compared to other regions. So guys, if you're a data analyst or data scientist, probably you know what is the meaning of skew older. Okay, so considering at an average age in United States, it is somewhere around 33.7, UK 33.1. Similarly, when we are going to different countries, finally we have India 26.0. Yeah, so we have the factor of age. The average age is over here is somewhere around 26.0, and this is the mean of this many responses, right? So average years of coding experience, this is also pretty much amazing. In Australia, you have 16.9, UK 16.1, United States 15.8. In India, it is somewhere around 8.1 years of experience, but I don't think so, because over here I see people are having so many years of coding experience. Trust me in that. But I've also seen some of the people like after they are working for 10 years in some specific domain, but they move to a higher position like manager, senior manager. At that time they don't do the coding, but probably I think that is how it is going on. I think for the first 8 years they'll be doing the coding, and then they shift to the upper position where they don't do any coding. Whereas I've seen in Australia, I've seen in many other places, people, even though they are managers, they're architects, they like coding. So probably because of this kind of data, we'll be able to see in other countries, not in India specifically. In India, once you become a manager, senior manager, I don't think so you do any coding as such. You're pretty much focused in understanding the architecture and completing the work. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So I'm just going to go back. Okay. So more than 50% of people find Stack Overflow at least somewhat more welcome than the last year. We still have work to do, but it's a start. So this is about engaging, not that interesting, but yes. So this is about engaging. Let's go to the next thing. Already visited feeling. Okay, 52% of the respondents think hello old friend when they search for a coding solution online and find that the first result link is purple. That basically means you have visited that particular site. It has happened with me many times. Whenever I'm searching for a specific issue, probably I've seen that particular issue in Stack Overflow, and probably it will be showing us in the blue link, which denotes that we have already visited that particular site. So yes, pretty much true. 52%, as I said, that 52%, 18, 15, 14, right? Amused, annoyed, indifferent. I don't know what kind of categories, how they have taken that, but again. The next thing is about overtime. More than 75% of the developer work overtime at least occasionally, 1 to 2 days per quarter. 25% of the work overtime, 1 to 2 days per week or more. Okay. So probably this kind of situation where I see never, right? This is in the most advanced developing countries, I guess. In India, I trust me, guys, you have to do a lot of you have to work, do a lot of overtime, because there will be lot of deadlines, so probably I don't think so will be falling in this particular sector. Probably will be falling in this sector, right? Sometimes, often, okay, in this particular sector, 26 to 27 27 percentage. So it says that 1 to 2 days per month, but less than weekly. So this sector and this sector, right? 1 to 2 days per week or more. Yeah, this can be the scenario in India. Yeah, I can definitely say that, because this is what my past experience has been, with respect to the work in various companies. So yes, again, a lot of information from this. This basically indicates, and this never basically is from those countries. I've seen when I was working in Australia for one of my client. I've seen people how they work over there. They come in time, they go in time. They're pretty much focused in completing the work within that specific time. If it is not getting completed, they try to push it for the next day. So work life balance was pretty much good. Okay, so next thing, point 0.3 of the okay, next is visiting Stack Overflow. 0.3% of the respondents had never visited Stack Overflow before taking the survey. Okay, this is I don't know how from where do these people come from? 0.3%. Probably they may not be a developer, they may not be working in an IT role itself. But yes, this is very difficult. What about United States? You can see zero point 0.1, United States by gender, again 0.1. But I think many people may have visited Stack Overflow. Okay, so these are the various percentage you can see over here. Multiple times per day, they're saying that 28.6%. I do obviously visit multiple times a day, Stack Overflow. Daily or almost daily, 30.5, a few times per week, a few times per month or weekly. So these are the normal results considering the visiting Stack Overflow. So the final thing probably after this, let me just see it out. Okay, I'll just go back to this view survey results. Okay, the final thing was with respect to other developer communities. More than 40% of the respondents reported that they are members of other online developer communities beyond Stack Overflow. Yeah, obviously, I'm also a part of the other developer community too. So I would also have told yes. This particular answer will probably more for the Now, this particular answer will be more for probably for the professional developers. Okay, but here it shows the same percentage, and I am also part of different developer community altogether. So yes, this was the percentage that has been shown. Let me just go back. Okay. So final thing, we still see evidences that people of color are underrepresented among professional developers, but we do see some improvements when we include all the developers, not just who code professionally. Okay, so these are with respect to ethnicity. So here you can see white or European descent, South Asian, and all, Middle Eastern, East Asian, and based on this, how many people are actually using. If I go and see with respect to the professional developers, it is almost same. And yes, this was in short about the survey results. What you can do is that, guys, there are still more things like this. The developer profiles based on geography roles. So if I just click on geography, you can see that from where most of the people are. Definitely from India, the percentage is high. From US, the percentage is high. From Canada, it is somewhat high. I think 3.43. From European countries, it is also good. So this information you'll be able to see. The other developer roles, which are the best development roles and how many people have actually told. You can also see data scientist somewhere here, probably. So if I just go down, data scientist or machine learning specialist, but still this technology, this data scientist role is growing, and now people are getting hiring. And data engineering is also there. And you can also see data with respect to coding as a hobby, and more than 78.2% people says that yes, they do coding as a hobby. Then experience, less than 5 years. So these all are the experience. Probably you can actually go through this, guys. uh, Years of professional coding experience by developer type, you can see senior executive VP 16.5. If I consider data scientist, which will be our interest right now in this video, Probably the other things, other experience also, you can actually check it out with respect to data scientist. Let me see where it is. It is somewhere around at an average 8.2 years of experience. So yes, this was, and there are pretty much more information about this. I would suggest just scroll through this whole website. You'll be able to see a lot of things. Yeah. So yes, probably this was all about this particular video. I hope you like it. Please do subscribe the channel if you have not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you one and all. And please make sure that you go through the survey, because it is pretty much important to understand where you're growing, how you're growing, and which technology you should focus more, right? So yes, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you one and all. Bye-bye.